Hey, what's up? This is the Cousins Cast
Today we're going to talk about the fire conference
at the River Tampa Bay.
in Tampa Bay.
So I'm Israel Glover,
Samuel Moss,
And Joel Moss.
and Ben Moss. The two pastors at the church were Pastors Rodney Howard-Browne and Pastor Alan Hawes. And Rodney was the lead pastor of the church, and then Pastor Alan was the youth pastor.
Whenever Rodney Howard-Browne speaks, all of it, say like halfway through the service, everybody's just like starts like getting filled with the Holy Spirit, like laughing. Even some people speaking in tongues. It's so awesome, like to see that. Like even though sometimes he can't even finish his sermon because everybody's just
filled with the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, and on Friday night they had a baptism. That was the conclusion of the conference. And this conference started on Monday night, and then it had the mornings from Tuesday morning to Friday morning, and then from Monday night to Friday night, and that was Friday night was the conclusion.
But that church is doing like so amazing like things. Is like there is 7,000 people that signed up for the fire conference, and almost 1,000 people it looked like were going to get baptized.
The worship was really good. Like the songs,
everyone went up front.
Yeah, and the front, literally you would sweat so much because Florida is so humid. Tampa Bay, this is late July. We're talking right here. Literally, I was wearing a hoodie, right, and there was a whole puddle of sweat coming down my back. I had to take off my hoodie. I had to go out of the crowd.
Why are you wearing a hoodie in Florida?
It's so hot.
I don't know.
Actually, let's just give some background about that because this is under like a pavilion. This is not indoors.
It's not like,
but it is. There is a roof and it is everything above you.
Yeah, it's
kind
of
like
a tent.
Thank goodness there's a roof because one day there was like 2 times it rained.
Yeah, and they give this. Everyone has like a water bottle. They give out a water bottle.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I just saw you guys online on Wednesday. I just saw you guys live on the TV.
How about let's talk about that obstacle course? Okay, so about 2 years ago, me, Ben, Joel, we went to the fire conference.
Yeah,
and
for the first time.
Yes,
this was 2021.
Yes, and they had an obstacle course there. And let me tell you something. This year was way more tamer than a couple years ago, and for a couple reasons. The one that was a couple years ago is way longer, and they had a little ice bath thing, and you had to go in, dunk your head under like probably below zero. Like
that was definitely below zero.
Yeah, it had to be below zero.
And the reason why it was some weird green color, probably because they put like some
chemical.
Yeah, some chemical to stop it from freezing because it was so cold.
Yep.
And another thing, a couple people actually like went to the ambulance, like 2 kids. Yep. It was that.
It was so cold.
Really?
You could easily
kids got sent.
I have never heard that story.
Yeah, this is 2021.
Yeah, this is 2021.
It's different.
Now this year they tamed it down a lot more. It was mostly fun.
It was more a mud run.
Yeah, it was more just a mud run. My shoes barely did not get messed up at all.
Everyone was timed in. The first place was, and the first, second, third place was determined by the fastest times.
Yeah.
And
they also gave away 2 15-passenger transit vans.
Yeah.
They gave it to the youth groups that brought the most kids.
Oh. Yeah.
So basically, then they also had a color war on Tuesday, the second day, which was crazy.
Yeah, you felt like the color, colors that someone gets on their white shirt. You can see
honestly, like it was. The thing is after like 5 minutes, the whole sky was like, it was covered in a cloud of just like colored dust or something like that, and like you breathe it in, it had like such a weird smell. I didn't want to play anymore because honestly, it was like you had to breathe that in. It's fun for the first 3 minutes until you get covered.
And then after that, we did like some water activities. We did like a water dodgeball.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like a slippery one, so that was a little bit more of like a challenge.
Yeah. Did you guys go to the beach?
Yeah, we
did.
did.
That was actually. We did that before and after the conference.
Like, what beach did you go to?
So we went to 2. So we went to Sand Key on Monday, and then we went to Anne Marie Island on Saturday.
Yep.
So
it was still crowded though, like both.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday in Florida.
Yeah,
so
when we go to Seagrove, we just like it's not that crowded. It's just like there's a medium amount of people, but when it's a double red flag, it's just like the waves are getting hit so bad. We just go. Honor got hit. Well, my brother Honor, he got hit by a wave so hard he was bleeding.
Really?
Wait, how does that happen? Wait.
It was a double red flag almost.
Ooh.
He got hit. It was probably 7 to 8. It's probably 7 to 8 foot wave, and it was just hit him so hard, and his back was bleeding. He was like, "That was awesome."
Yeah. Is it? You mean like the red tide? Is that what?
Yeah.
Is that something else?
I don't know, but yeah, there was a lot of jellyfish last year, and we got to see dead jellyfish on the beach, and there was turtles over there. It was so cool.
Yeah.
We should talk about our camp experience that we went to about a month ago.
Yeah, like a month ago in
June.
And we went with our church.
Yeah,
It's like in the middle of nowhere in Missouri.
Yeah.
And so basically,
I invited him to go, so he went.
Basically, when you go, you get your cabin.
Yeah.
Hopefully, most of you have been to camp by now.
Yeah. We get inside of our cabin. We put our snacks in some kind of bin, a white bin. We just leave them in there, and we eat in cabin time. But we don't really talk. We talked at night.
What part of Missouri was this?
It's Eldorado Springs, I believe.
Eureka Springs, I think. I don't know, but it was always so hot over there. But we had air conditioning. The cabins have like certain numbers. We were in cabin 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, the cabin was from 1955. Like when the camp was.
Yeah, the cabin was from 1955.
Yeah, when the camp was established.
Yeah.
So like you can see graffiti on the walls from.
Yeah,
it's like Annie Mae or something.
Yeah,
it's 5/16/65. May 16th, 1965.
Wow.
It's like crazy because in the cabin there's graffiti from like
1950.
It's like all the graffitis are at least 10 years old.
Oh,
There's like
well,
all these 1990s.
there was like the first night we explored like every single like graffiti word on the wall, and we put our shoes on top of a light lantern. It was but my camp leader.
So and then
he said to take them off, so we did.
Yeah, and then they have breakfast. Then you go to pre-chapel, which is really good. Then you have activities, then lunch.
Yeah. The
then
Tuesday
they had like a tea pool there.
So the Tuesday or Wednesday one was probably the most fun because we did the team challenges. I like those.
Yeah.
But the
team challenge is basically when all the teams go against each other in like a big battle.
Yeah, the best.
Some of them are gross. You're either gonna get wet or you're gonna get dirty.
They had a saying. It said, "Tomorrow at Team Challenge, I will get wet and dirty." It was weird, but
it was like wet oatmeal.
I mean, literally, they threw oatmeal at us.
Yeah, I know, it was gross.
It was disgusting.
Oatmeal that was thrown at you. You have to.
Sammy was scared.
I didn't know
trying
to
to push him in.
No one wants to go to the Team Challenge. But
they had some kind of game, try to get the most necklaces, the most, or we get a point.
Some oatmeal water.
Also,
I
think Thursday was the best day because we get to do tug of war, gaga ball, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the pool
was
awesome.
Really good.
Oh yeah, worship was my favorite part of the day. Yeah, our entire cabin was like holding each other like I don't know, over our shoulders, putting our hands over our shoulders, and we're just swaying with the music, just worshiping, having a great time.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And we won probably the trophy of the day. It was
the trophy of the whole camp.
It was Mr. Potato Head. He was painted gold.
Is the trophy of the camp.
Yeah, he was painted gold, and they called it a trophy. I was like, okay, we're doing this now.
Yeah.
And then we got it because I won rock paper scissors with my sister Jewel, and because we were tied at points. So I won with scissors. She lost with paper, and we got coded to potato. Yeah. And I was MVP of the day. That was about Tuesday or Wednesday.
But camp was really
amazing. That was amazing.
Once you go, you always
you have to get like a lice check, and you have to get your band. I'm wearing my band right now. It's faded.
Yeah.
It said on mission, John 2021. Yeah.
But yeah,
it was awesome.
I really recommend going to camp.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I talk a lot. It's just I'm a little excited from that. It's awesome.
Yeah. Have you been to a camp like that before?
Let's talk about it. I've been to a few camps like that with a church in Plano, Texas. Once, I've only been like twice. Once in 7th grade and another one in 8th grade. Well, no, I'm sorry. Going to 7th grade and going to 8th grade. The first one, it was at a cabin. was at like this cabin in the mountains in Texas. It wasn't like that far away from Dallas, like the area DFW, but it was maybe like a 45-minute drive. Man, it was amazing. The campsite was crazy. We had like 3 pools in like the single campsite.
We had one pool. It was a T pool. It was shaped T. So
T.
Yeah.
Ours was like it was like a you know those pools they have like at gyms and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like that. Yeah. Then they had like water slides there. It wasn't like the water park water slides, but like it was like just
those homemade.
Yeah,
kind of.
Our cabins were not on the mountain. More like a hill, like a curve kind of. They did a water slide on that hill. It was awesome.
Yeah. That whole entire week was great. I made a lot of friends that week. I still miss that week. I highly recommend going to like a traditional like cabin camp, like church camp like that. The like fire conferences and stuff like that are pretty good as well. But I still do recommend going to like cabin camps and like overnight camps.
And they said that the water slide was open, the big one with the white curve, like a white pattern.
Yeah.
That it was super bumpy, but it was so
like
fun.
All camp water slides are homemade.
Like it was just like no line, you can get there in an instant. And we walked to the thing because the water slide was literally right next to our cabin.
Yeah.
So we just walk out and there it was. And I slid down it, and I went my farthest probably like 2 feet away from halfway.
Yeah, the fire conference was not a camp. It was a conference where like you were there in the day and then at night you stayed at another place.
Yeah.
So I think this is the end of this.
This is the end of the podcast.
Highly recommend you guys going to camp. It's really an awesome experience.
Yep.
We might do another podcast next year.
Next year?
Next year's camp.
Oh, next year's camp.
Next year's camp.
Next episode next year.
We'll see you guys next time.